Okay. Another 4 killed in Sauda Kaduna fresh attacks. And PDP faults APC's call for Obaseki's resignation over insecurity, debt. And Emmanuel orders probe into alleged child abuse at a particular church's college. Details on page 11 of the Punch newspaper.
And now from the business pages of the Nigerian Tribune. Our 15 months border closure almost ruined private sector. That's from a presidential panel. And why Buhari ordered reopening. NDIC begins liquidation of 42 MFBs, verification of depositors, and dollar or naira option to the sequence of diaspora remittances will help exchange rate, says Chikiobi on the business pages of the Nigerian Tribune.
And right here on the Punch newspaper, politics. APC must rise above propaganda to deliver on promises. PGF DG, that's the Presidential Progressive Governors Forum. Director General says APC must rise above propaganda to deliver. I thought it was even PDP that was it. It's DG, the Presidential Governors Forum, Progressive Governors Forum, I beg your pardon, of the APC. APC protests as PDP LP win Abia local government seats. And you also have APC governors seek bipartisan approach to security. Group child seconders for asking Buhari to resign. Eyeing back's rotational presidency. Anambra APC register full of ghost names, says Mohalu. Will no longer condone lawlessness, indiscipline. Amechi led APC. Wike invites Fintiri Autumn to inaugurate projects in Rivers State. Details on page 16 of the Punch newspaper.
And there's a clarification coming from the NAFDAC Director General. I never said Nigeria will soon produce COVID-19 vaccines.
She said vaccine generally.
Actually, she never mentioned the COVID-19.
That's true.
She said we'll be relying on the imported vaccines for COVID-19.
To produce COVID-19 vaccine. Well, don't go and put Mama inside trouble. It's not a joke to get COVID-19 vaccine. No. This is our word. The funding required. Okay, let's see the business page of the Punch newspaper. NIA wants risk-based capital framework in insurance sector. We also have transfer window boost to pension industry. SEC unveils safety measures for COVID-19 second wave, and you have regulator disowns particular company. I think we can proceed. Some other news before we leave. Troops kill 2 members of Ghana's gang in Benue.
Wow. You know, there's something that worries me about the extrajudicial killing of this kingpin. You know, it was the same story that led to the rise of Boko Haram in Borno. The extrajudicial killing of its leader and
you're right.
So well, I hope
Ghana's followers will not toe that line. We pray so. We pray they don't. We seriously pray they don't. I hope the governor will be smart enough to do the right thing on time and not allow the whole stuff to degenerate. We hope so. Seriously hope so. Okay, I'm good for sports if you are.
Okay, quickly this one. Lagos PDP crisis, suspended secretary orders to face disciplinary committee today. And we have 3 hacked to death by bandits as villager is abducted again in Niger community. Okay, we're going to go for sports now.
All right, on the sports page of the Punch newspaper, Manchester United hammer Leeds to go third. It was a 6-2 game and it was serious humiliation for Leeds United. Joshua Fury clash verbally agreed earn. Leicester win at Tottenham to go second. Ekong Omeru don't deserve Eagles call-up, says Babangida. 200 players target top prize at ValueJet Open. Confederation Cup, Rivers United arrive South Africa after visa delay. Chelsea target win in West Ham clash. Leo scores fastest Serie A goal ever. And you have Ekuta claims bronze at African Judo tourney. Sandok crowned Lagos Autofest King of Drift. J Atete win FAFT tourney in Sapele. Kwara commits to golf as Ologun wins Open. Europe Roundup, Eagles caged in dull weekend. And finally, our Celtic seal historic quadruple. Details on pages 45 and 46 of the Punch newspaper.
And the Tribune doesn't seem to have sports stories today. And well, quickly before we go to the meat of the news, I'd like to take this headline. The police parade 10-year-old girl for killing stepbrother. Remember the girl that was said to have thrown her stepbrother in jail.
Wow.
Now, for the question is, should she be paraded? She's a minor. To what end? She should be in a juvenile home.
Paraded.
Maybe a juvenile home by now. Maybe undergoing.
I hope they even put her inside the cell.
I wonder.
This part of the world. 10-year-old. Really. Oh. Well, just a couple of sports stories before we go to the meat of the news. Welbeck's goal denies Sheffield first EPL win. And you have Watford appoint Zisco as new head coach. Gladbach fine Thuram month's wages for spitting. That's on page 47 of the Punch newspaper. Time check 6:46 a.m. Destination time 7:30 a.m. It's conversation with Dayo and Tola. We're going straight to the meat of the news.
Well, I think I'll take this one. 80 Islamic school students abducted in Katsina, rescued by security forces. The Katsina State Police Commander has confirmed the rescue of 80 Islamia school children abducted by bandits in Mahuta village in Dandume local government area of the state. This was contained in a statement issued to newsmen on Sunday by the command spokesman SP Issa Gambo. The police said while the students were rescued, its operatives also recovered 12 cattle and rescued another 4 persons who were earlier kidnapped by the bandits. Issa said on December 19, or about 10 p.m., a distress call was received by the DPO of Dandume that some students of Ibrahim Islamia in Mahuta village, Dandume local government area of the state, numbering about 80 while on their way back from a Malud event celebrated at Unguwan Al-Kazim village, were accosted by bandits who had already kidnapped 4 persons and also 12 cows from Dambaure village in Funtua local government area. The police spokesperson said, on receipt of the report, the DPO led operatives of Puff Ada, Sharandaji and Vigilante group members to the area and engaged the bandits in a fierce gun duel. Subsequently, the team succeeded in dislodging the bandits and rescued all the kidnapped victims, just as they recovered 12 rustled cows. 80 Islamic school students abducted in Katsina, rescued by security forces.
Unfortunately, it's becoming a cat and dog thing. I mean, kidnap, rescue, kidnap, rescue. Well, we're glad they rescued this one pretty fast. We're happy. We thank God. But it's not, doesn't speak well. And unfortunately, Mr. President's comment the last time about the 344 Kankara boys was that some people wanted to disgrace his government. Is it the same situation with this? We are saying security situation in the country is at the lowest ebb. This is not about anybody disgracing anybody.
Because from this story now, they were on their way back from an event. Not that bandits went to their schools, they were accosted, and the bandits thought, well, could make something.
They simply fell into the den, into the trap
so,
of the kidnapper.
Like you said, the country simply isn't safe.
That's it. That's justice. So, well, states plan tough enforcement as new COVID-19 cases surge. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. State governments on Sunday renewed COVID-19 protocol enforcement as the country battled increasing cases of coronavirus. Officials of states including Lagos, Anambra, Ogun, and Kaduna on Sunday told the Punch that as from Monday, which is today, they would step up enforcement of COVID-19 preventive measures such as wearing of face masks, social distancing in vehicles, and hand washing. Recall that following the persistent increase in COVID-19 cases in the country in April, the federal government introduced phase 1 lockdown in Lagos and Ogun State as well as the Federal Capital Territory from April 27 to May 4. Lagos begins enforcement today, says it can't afford another lockdown. The Lagos State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, in an interview with Punch on Sunday, said the State Safety Commission, as from Monday, which is today, would enforce strict compliance with the COVID-19 guidelines. Now, 15 NIPSS management employees to undergo testing, isolation, Monday. Meanwhile, there were indications that the Director General of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Professor Habu Galadima, whose death was announced on Sunday, died of COVID-19. About 15 senior management staff of the institute were on Sunday summoned for a compulsory COVID-19 test on Monday. A NIPSS source told Punch. This is something else. States plan tough enforcement as new COVID-19 cases surge.
I get somewhat worried about the rate of deaths. I mean, if we are hearing deaths of prominent Nigerians, I mean, at this rate, what about the deaths that will probably have gone unreported? Something just doesn't seem to add up here about the new variant of COVID-19. Here it says new variant of COVID-19 causes concern worldwide. Now, it says World Health Organization on Sunday said it is in close contact with the United Kingdom, UK, with data about the emergence of the new variant of coronavirus. And what I said doesn't add up now is that the new variant that first detected in UK is spreading more rapidly than the original version, but it is not believed to be deadlier, and there is no evidence to suggest that the new variant reacts differently to vaccines. But from what we've been seeing in the last few weeks in Nigeria, it seems to appears to me like this new variant kills much faster than
clearly. And so you don't want to even contract it. Nobody wants to get in contact with this particular new variant. I think it's directly responsible for what's going on in the UK right now. They've moved from tier 3 to tier 4 lockdown proceedings. The only thing remaining after tier 4 is total lockdown, that everybody will stay at home. That's the next phase right now. Even in the UK as we speak, they are not joking with it, because they've noticed that it's as if it's getting out of hand. Even though they've said, I think the vaccine can still manage it, but this particular new strain is not joking.
But did the world see this coming? I mean, talking about the new strain now.
Well,
because it's as if it's taking us just as suddenly as the original strain.
It's looking like it. But I remember sometimes in, was it April or May, we interviewed on BCS TV. We interviewed one major frontline person in Nigeria who heads a particular laboratory somewhere in Osun State that was at the front line of testing and preparing, the reagents and all that for COVID-19 tests in Nigeria, was at the forefront. And he said, see, there are specific strains across the world. There was this, I think, European one. There was this one in America. And he said it appears the one we have in Nigeria was really not that dangerous until people started importing the foreign strains in. But he said all we needed to do was just make sure we control our borders and ensure that foreign ones didn't enter, that we were good with whatever was going on in the country. And he made reference to the fact that if you noticed, the major people that were dying were people who could afford to travel, or people who could welcome people who had traveled. You could almost directly connect. By the time we entered community transmission, where it was just local to local, you could see most people that got it at that time had no symptoms. They were okay to an extent, and we could manage it. Now, when we discover that another strain outside the country is like this, we said this at the beginning, I'm going to say it again. Whatever it will cost us to shout, let us shout now. Nigeria should end flights from UK. For now. Heaven will not fall.
It's Christmas, Dayo. Many people are rushing home for the holidays.
Their countries, fellow countries, in Europe right there, are stopping flights from UK.
I think Nigeria. This is Nigeria. This is where the children of the high and the mighty.
I'm not a scientist, but at least the little we know is like the kind we have in Nigeria. We can manage it. I may be wrong, but just looking at my my pedestrian knowledge of basic science, the strain in this country can be managed. But when they are telling you that there's a particular strain that is out now, that is new, even the WHO confirms it.
Sure, it's not here already.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Tola. We'll take another story.
I think it's here already.
We'll take something else.
Federal government, we're still talking about border control. Federal government deploys minders to for reopened borders to screen Nigerians, foreigners. That's come from the Minister of Interior, Engineer Rauf Aregbesola. The Minister of Interior, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, at the weekend disclosed that the federal government has deployed technology called Migration Information Data Analysis System, MINDAS, in the four reopened borders to screen both Nigerians and foreigners who might want to cross the borders. It urged Nigerians to strive hard to invest towards enhancing their capacity to grow the country's economy, saying our economy is too small. It revolves around oil, and although it is an advantage that it is not common to all, we must therefore utilize that advantage to our economy. The minister made this statement at an interview with newsmen in Ilesha, Osun State. Federal government deploys minders to four reopened borders to screen Nigerians, foreigners, says Aregbesola.
Okay, sounds nice.
I hope it works.
It's not that we are selling, that people are selling COVID-19 test results. I hope that does not happen at the land borders. I hope so. I hope so.
And the issue is not just about the officially recognized land borders. What about the very many unmanned illegal entry points? That is what constitutes the real challenge to land border policing, and that is where much of the illicit human and material inflow takes place. Minders, good one, but we need to begin to address the issues, and I think the illegal entry points are very many, very many.
In fact, far more than the legal entry points, and that's the most important thing. Okay, CBN revokes 42 microfinance banks operating licenses. The Central Bank of Nigeria has revoked the operating licenses of 42 microfinance banks in the country. The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation disclosed this on Friday in an announcement on its website titled, quote, Notice of Closure of 42 microfinance banks. It stated, quote, this is to inform the depositors, creditors, shareholders, and the general public that the operating licenses of the underlisted 42 microfinance banks are being revoked by the Central Bank of Nigeria effective 12th November 2020. 12th November. Wow. Okay. Now, the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, the official liquidator of the banks whose licenses were recently revoked, is in the process of closing the listed banks and paying their insured depositors. We therefore request that all depositors of these banks should visit the closed banks' addresses and meet NDIC officials for the verification of their claims commencing from Monday, 21st December 2020 till Thursday, 24th December 2020. 4 days.
Yeah. And from when to when?
Monday 21st December till Thursday 24th December.
What about the public holidays?
It ends Monday to Thursday. So if you don't show up between Monday and Thursday, you're on your own.
Okay.
The NDIC listed the names and addresses of the affected microfinance banks. Well, it's not my job to list the names. I'm sorry, that's not my job. You want details of that story? Page 32 of the Punch newspaper. You have 4 days.
We say day.
4 days. Kai, why are we like this in this country?
4 days. And it's just insured depositors.
For those that have NDIC cover. For those, I think they should all have. I want to believe they should all have. But please, if you have any business with any microfinance banks, tell people you know who likely has any business with them. Show up there. Even if you know I didn't read any name, you can grab a copy of the Punch newspaper or just go to your bank today. Just go and check. Show up there. Enter. See if there's NDIC staff. You have Monday to Thursday this week to sort yourself. If you don't, I'm sorry.
I know some of these banks have a way of being economical with the truth, because no problem.
But as I said, their guys are going to be assuring their people nothing is going on. or you go on NDIC website and confirm. I'm sorry, we cannot read names here. It's not our job. So please do the needful. Wow, 4 days. I hope the necessary people get the necessary information. 090250380 08055009850. You can be very sure we'll give you news you can use on this program. Conversation with Dayo and Tola is live. It's time for your contribution. 090250380 08055009850. I can see your comments on Facebook and Twitter. Keep them coming. We'll take them in due course. Is someone here?
All right. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bola.
This is Akinsola from Oluyole.
Nice to have
you.
Good morning. God will continue to bless you for us. This morning I'm sad though. On the issue of this microfinance ban.
Oh, sorry.
That was liquidated. What is going to be the fate of the depositors? The cooperative society that are banking their money there, and this thing has been liquidated in November, and they are giving them 3 days to go and qualify. What are they going to do? Are they not going to kill Nigeria? In this period of ceasing, is it this time for central bank to close down all these banks? Are they not going to kill us, kill people? I'm afraid of this country. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sure there must have been reasons behind the closure. And see, let's not just complain. I'm sorry, it might sound harsh. The most important thing now is if you have any business, show up there between now and Thursday. Let's not. Yeah, they've promised they will pay back people, and that's the right thing. So I don't think we should try to make this matter look to. Just make sure you find your way to the MFBs that are affected within now, between now and Thursday, and you'll be fine. Or you should be fine. Don't let me start talking as if my NDIC staff that will sort them. All things being equal, I mean, people should be sorted, right?
Ideally.
Okay. So that do not say that you said before I land in trouble. Someone is here. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Aruna.
This is Aruna from Oluyole.
Great to have you.
Mr. Dayo, God will continue to be with you.
Amen. I know why you are smiling.
Yes, Isaac Agbola from Owode you start this morning, but I'm happy this morning.
I know you are happy.
You know Mr. Dayo now.
It has to do with two figures, 6 and 2.
I want you to be saying it every day because of this COVID-19. Please, I like what you said this morning. I want you to be laying emphasis on that daily. God will continue to bless you. Off my you.
All right, thank you. Okay. All right, the phone lines are still open. 090250380 080550980.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tiandi.
Good morning,
sir.
Yeah, this is Andrew from Ogbomoso.
Nice to have you, Mr. Andrew.
Thank you. Please, I just want to talk about this release a kidnapped boy. Now, I don't know why this government did not write their script very well. I only know why. I don't know why they are just playing us. I don't know why the governor will say this and the presidency will say that. It really shows that it's just a drama. And they are doing that because they want to buy our minds. They want to buy it up to themselves about security. But they expect what they got back from people because we are no more fools. All I can say is that 2023 is just at the corner. And about this microfinance bank, it shows the government does not value or respect the citizens. Otherwise, why do you give us 3 days, 4 days notice to do something with loans? It takes months to do. And eventually, some people who have little things in these places, some will have an attack, some who doesn't have any book somewhere, they just die. I don't know, maybe they are trying to reduce us. God help.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you for your comment. The phone lines are still open. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dayo and Tola.
Good morning,
Mr. Idu from
This
Okeo.
is Dayo from Okeo,
Nice to have you, sir.
Oyo State, Nigeria.
Great to have you, sir.
I wish you
a very prosperous week.
Amen.
And Merry Christmas in advance. I want to ask, which church do our rulers attend? Christian rulers, which church do they attend? Which mosque do our Muslim leaders attend? Which shrine do our traditional believing rulers attend that they have not changed since all these days? None of the three religions teaches evil, teaches wickedness. But they have decided to be wicked. Why are they treating us this way? They have forgotten God, the God of vengeance. Ifá himself will say, ẹ má sì kà láyé torí àárọ̀ ọ̀run, ẹ má sì kà láyé o torí àárọ̀ ọ̀run, ẹ bá dé bòde ẹ ó rojọ́. Which religion teaches wickedness? God is coming with his vengeance. He's coming with judgment. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it. The phone lines are still open. 09025438006. Altama Fadi Yadiolu Cornelius on Facebook says, "Good morning, DNT. May God save us in this country. COVID-19 on one hand, insecurity on another hand. The federal government not on the same page with Governor Bilu Masari cause for concern. A governor presiding over his state, the chief security officer of the state. It is high time we considered state police or policing, as case may be, or we all get consumed by this shenanigan of insecurities." Fadi Yadiolu from Okaka, we appreciate you. Oladapo Sikiru Abiodun says Ekweto Lati Ife not. Thank you so much. Facebook saying, "Good morning, Mr. Dayo and Tola. The federal government should rise up to the responsibilities, do the needful on economy, insecurity, banditry, kidnapping, enforce strict government movement to curb second phase of COVID-19. Stay safe." Okay, thank you. Sunday Omokai James, thank you. Says Happy Christmas in advance and New Year in advance. Thank you. People should be more careful of another lockdown as a result of COVID-19. The effect of the last lockdown is still fresh. Thank you. Adeola Sunday says on APC Governor Director General comments, the party can't use any propaganda to win any election in this country 2023. On GSM infrastructural development in Oyo State, the blind can see the good work of our Shaki Township Road, Stadium and Oya Dep renovation. Thank you, Comrade Adeola Sunday. We'll go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
This is
From
please, I only want to react to the little drama that's happening in our country.
Okay.
The President Buhari wants us to believe that the security is working seriously, because like the case of the Dafai, Boko Haram was coming and they were waving to them as they were dropping the children. In this case of Katsina State again, bandit is holding guns. The federal government, Nigeria Army, and none of them will do anything among this country is laughable.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Adekola from Good Dayo.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Abayomi Akinwale Oladeji. Abayomi Akinsola Oladeji says, "Morning, DNC. If Germany and other EU member states can ban UK flights, then Nigerian government should have no excuse but to follow suit to avoid another disaster." John Brown from Ogomosho. Thank you. Thinking the same way. I hope we do the needful on time. Adeoti Kunle says, "Good day, MDNT. Wishing you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in 2021 in advance. Thank you. I'm advising that every hand must be on deck to save Nigeria from another lockdown. Government and Nigerians should do the needful and prevent prevalence. Mass Small JSM says good morning DNT, Merry Christmas in advance. I always wonder if most of our leaders really know what they're doing, especially when it comes to things that benefit the masses. No microfinance bank is next on microfinance bank is next on the agenda. May God help us in this country. It's just 42. I hope the 42. I hope I'm not sounding this is some people's life here. Let me keep quiet. Good morning, guys. I wonder why this government has no regard or value for human lives. Another set of students kidnapped and rescued actually. The government spokesperson will soon tell us that no student was kidnapped, or it is the wheelers that are just wheeling, despite the barrage of evidence on the insecurity on our own we day. Thank you. Share delicate share to next. We go back to the phone lines.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Stay away from your radio set. Okay, it's better now. Okay.
Good.
Decided to do the necessary thing. They are not that they don't want a multi-campuses. Before the establishment of the school, there were multi-campuses before the Akala was the governor, because I could remember the Department of Agriculture was started at Igora. So why are they crying now that they don't want multi-campuses? They should leave Shejima today alone. You know, they should not cause any problem in Oyo State because of the loud echo. Please, good morning.
All right, thank you, Chief Adetola. We understand where he's also speaking from, but let's not turn this to much of us or other people. It's not necessary. Really.
I believe the things will be sorted out in due course.
You know, when I said this somewhere, an elderly man looked at me and said, Dayo, the governor is an Ibadan man. Have they forgotten? I just kept quiet. I said, what? Are you sure Ibadan people will not tell him to bring something?
Oh.
You know, it just like, what are you people fighting for? Are you aware that the governor himself is from Ibadan?
From Ibadan. And,
I just kept quiet. I don't know what else to say at that point. That's okay. All right. Yeah, let's just look forward to that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Adegoki from Alaska.
Nice to have you, sir.
Thank you. I think we have to be cautious with the issue of LAUTECH, especially at this particular point in time. I graduated from LAUTECH.
Okay.
And we knew what the university faced to get the accreditation of medicine in LAUTECH. At the time, they had to come out the students to University of Missouri for them to graduate. Now, what the university needs now, yes, they have a structure in the promotion, but they should consolidate on building a good university system that can restore the glories of LAUTECH. LAUTECH was adjudged the best state university for 3 consecutive times in Nigeria. And at the time, LAUTECH was ranked among the best universities, top 10 in Nigeria. And that happened now. Now, what we need to do is bring back the glory days of LAUTECH. I'm not against having any more example, but I know
you should consolidate.
Some of the problems for the training of medical students carrying on and starting taking over by your society. Now we need, government needs to spend so much money. But to build a laboratory, they cost 10 million naira. To equip a laboratory can cost you 200 billion naira. That is how science and technology is from the I'm a university lecturer. I know what I'm talking about. So what these people, they should, everybody should just work together for this government to do what is good for the university. And at the right time, every other thing will follow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I hope that's not another LAUTECH lecture anyway. Well, you said it's a lecturer. Thank you so much. I like comments from persons like that. We'll take more calls.
Good morning.
good morning.
Yeah. Please, I just want to beg you. It's good you use only
1 minute to mention the names of those banks.
Oh.
You see, some people may not be in places where they can get their hands on the newspaper concerned, or they don't have the money to buy the newspaper. But you can satisfy one of the goals of journalism. Give information to these affected people who are located in different places in the country. So please, you can try, please. It will not take you 2 minutes to mention the names of those microfinance banks. Thank you.
You didn't tell us your name, sir.
I'm Shalala Dope.
From
Yeah?
your location, sir.
Odua country.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Shola. Some things are unethical. That's just it. Mentioning their names right now could be tantamount to tarnishing their image. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To see whether
It is not our job here to mention.
well, make inquiries and
Just visit your MFP if you have. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Alaji Lanka from Oluyole.
Nice to have you, Alaji.
On this second phase of COVID-19 of itself, the same was beaten twice shy. The COVID-19 is an imported disease. So we allow for the outright importation this time around, before necessary action is taken. Federal governments all over the world are restricting inflow of foreigners into their countries. What is our own government waiting for? The threatened danger is not what we should be sluggish about this time around. It's 6 in time, it's 9. Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much, Alaji. We appreciate you.
Good morning, sir.
good.
Nice to have you, Prince.
Well, on the issue of this kidnapping and abduction, this thing is becoming too much. Who and who is decreasing themselves in this country? The rate at which this thing, to me, is as if we are watching movies. Because abduction today, release tomorrow, abduction next tomorrow, release tomorrow. Who and who is decreasing themselves? I want the federal government to serious about this thing. Because the way this thing is going is as if they are playing drama, and they shouldn't play drama with the life of people, with the life of innocent people. Young ones, the future of this country, they are playing with it. I want to advise them to please serious with the security, and I know what they are doing. They are trying to infiltrate their love into the mind of the people, so that the people will say they have improved on their security level, which is not true. We have to do it as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Prince Adere. Is Kemia Ameliorator at boss_oxide? You say, Mr. Dayo and Tola, please do give away now. Okay. And thanks for feeding us the newspaper highlights for another 12 months. Thank you so much. We'll do giveaway. Don't worry. We'll do giveaway. Stay tuned. Keep listening. Christmas is this weekend now. We'll surely do giveaway. Don't worry. Raji Hafiz Abidemi at Hafiz Raji 1 says on the issue of COVID-19 versus border opening, honestly, federal government got it wrong for reopening borders this time around. It's uncalled for. Where COVID-19 is still around the corner, federal government should think twice. God bless Nigeria. Another angle. Okay. Funshaw at Bro Funshaw says, I hope the international communities are seeing how Nigeria is making the security of the country look like a cruise. The government knows the targeted hotspots, but these terrorists and bandits will wait on an attack and rescue mission, was prioritizing ransom payments. Wow. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Alaji.
It's calling from Lanlati.
Nice to have you, sir.
Recently, the state government put on the board of maternity medicine, and I believe it's a great achievement and a measure. We should not forget our tradition, our culture, as far as health is concerned. And looking critically at the symptom of COVID, it has been around. We have a traditional way of curing some of this. For example, if you have cough, they have that solution to it, even before the arrival of the medical. Now, I want the government to do this or to borrow a leaf. For example, if they put on the alternative medicine, they launch it, they constitute a board of it, then I believe there will be a way out. Now, if, for example, they are exposed to it, so the same thing happened to all the COVID sick, so they should do it not only on side. And on the opening of border, I've said this so many times, the border, opening of the border is a good omen, but the custom is really, they should be wary of the fact that they have to man our border. Going through the town, going inside the free market, expecting people carrying out their goods, it will not solve the problem. And it's creating a great problem to the people. Let them man the post, let them man the border.
Thank you very much.
And let's assure that people pay the duty.
Thank you very much.
Coming into the town, run after the people, run after the motorists.
We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. 2 minutes plus. Okay, the phone lines are still open. 09025038006. Someone here. Akinsola Ajegbe on Facebook says, good morning, Mr. DNT. I appreciate you. God Almighty will protect you. Akinsola Ajegbe from Igbeti. Thank you. Engineer Sontek says, a blessed morning to you. Concerning the issue of NIN, how could this be possible with our people in the villages, especially all our old papa and mama, or they are not going to have ways of communicating with their sons and daughters in the city anymore? May God deliver our people. Well, the Federal House of Rep has requested for 10 weeks. I hope the telcos respond to that. Akinyode Matthew says, well done, Mr. D, and happy new week. God bless you. The week, okay, thank you for morning tonic. Akinyode Matthew from Amama Ogumosho, we appreciate you. Let's take some more calls before we go. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I am calling for Shaki.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just want to appeal to the bandits.
Oh.
They should please embrace peace. Because killing is not the Bible that people should kill. And that nobody should kill.
Mr. Adetola, we have to let you go. And that will be the last call today. We've got bills upon bills upon bills upon bills to pay. There's something special about today, and I intentionally left it to the end of the program. In the northern hemisphere of the globe, December 21 is often the shortest day of the year, and is sometimes regarded as the first day of winter. But in the southern hemisphere, December 21 is often the longest day of the year, and occurs during the southern summer. Today is December 21. Okay, so, and that's how it happens across the world. Some people are having longer day, some people are having shorter day. Whichever day you are having, have a great day. Till tomorrow when we come your way again. I am Dayo Ogunbowale.
I am Tola Teriba.
Up next, Sport Tidbits, don't go anywhere.
Conversation. dentist. Wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
It's time to go down low. Edges laid, nails popping, face baked. You and the girls are ready. The party is literally on fire. Your phone camera is ready. The only gadget you'll ever need.
Get the new Nokia 3.4 and 2.4 smartphone. The only gadget you'll ever need to enjoy 2 days battery life, 6.5 HD plus display, and capture details in low light with the night mode. Nokia.
Okòólélọ́ọ̀ọ́dúnrún àti méje ìgbà tí wọ́n ti ń pè mí nìyẹn lónìí. Màámi níbí, màámi lọ́hùn-ún. Ẹ wò ó, tọdún yìí gan ti pọ̀pọ̀pọ̀. Àfi kí n yá gbẹ̀bùn fún jíjẹ́ ìyá gidi o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o, àwọn màmá máa ń gbẹ̀bùn fọ́dún Kérésìmesì yìí fún jíjẹ́ ẹ̀mí ẹbí nínú ìpolongo 3 Crowns Milk Give Your Heart Out. Ìwọ ṣáà ti kàn sí femininelounge.com báyìí láti forúkọ màmá kan sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ àmọ̀rírì ara wa fún akitiyan wa yípo ọdún gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìyá.
3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Iṣẹ́ ẹni níṣẹ́ ẹni. Má tijú iṣẹ́ rẹ̀. Ikán kì í tijú à ń mọlé. Èèrà kì í tijú à ń lànà. Alápàǹdẹ̀dẹ̀ kì í tijú à ń fò kiri ní gbangba. Má tijú iṣẹ́ rẹ̀. Bí kìlọ̀ bá ń ké sowó. Bí wọ́n sì gbà ọ́ pé kó gbálẹ̀ ọjà. Bí ìránṣẹ́ ló sì jẹ́ lábẹ́ ìjọba. Iṣẹ́ ẹni níṣẹ́ ẹni. Má tijú iṣẹ́ rẹ̀. Ọ̀bá àṣàgbẹ̀, ọ̀bá àṣàkọ̀wé. Bọ́ ọ jẹ́nàjà, bó o jó ní wóróbo. Iṣẹ́ ẹni níṣẹ́ ẹni. Ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ kì í pa ni. Àìṣe rẹ̀ gan-an làbùkù.
Hey, why did you put it in the pot like that? You were supposed to break it first.
Says who? This is how I cook my pasta. Besides, it's golden penny pasta. It's non-sticky, so it doesn't matter.
But I want to cook it with meatballs mixed with pepper sauce and cheese.
Anyhow you choose to cook your pasta, it will come out well because it is golden penny pasta.
What if I want it jollof?
You can enjoy your pasta however you want it.
I want to eat mine with my seafood okra.
Your golden penny pasta, just the way you want it. Golden penny pasta is made with durum wheat, which contains protein, and it's non-sticky, so you can cook, serve, and eat just the way you want it. With golden penny pasta, your way is best.
Oluyole FM 98.5. Oluyole FM 98.5.
Good morning. It's another beautiful Monday morning right here on Oluyole 98.5 FM, right here from the city of Ibadan. Sport tidbits, yes. Once again, time to get a look at all of the stories we had over the weekend, also results of games that went down over the weekend. All of this and so much more we've got right here for you on the show this morning. Well, of course, special welcome to everyone's joining us from Azilete FM 92.1 and also Okiogo FM 96.3. That's joining us on the website, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We're saying good morning, welcome to the show. There's a whole lot to get past this morning. Specifically, we will be looking at the world of Formula One. Then from there, we get to take a look at something coming in from the Australian Open. Also, results from the English Premier League, from the Spanish La Liga, and also from the Italian Serie A. Well, we talked about Rivers United saying they did not get visas. Well, I can assure you that they have visas now. We get to look at preparations for the CAF Confederations Cup and so much more on the show this morning. My name is Mary Akinsola. Once again, welcome to the show. Okay, Okay, let's pick it up from the English Premier League. Interesting weekend, of course, we had. Looking at all of the results that came in this weekend. It started, of course, with that one between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. It was a thrashing, and some would say the last home game that Crystal Palace had before they brought in Liverpool was against Tottenham Hotspur. And for those who saw that game, you would want to agree that they made sure that they got that very important point to make something out of that game. So you would want to expect that they will be home again against another superpower. They should be able to put things right and get a very, very decent result from this one. But that wasn't the case facing the ends of Jogging Club's men. They crumbled right there in front of Jogging Club's men. 7-0, 7-0 thrashing. Of course, the biggest margin for this weekend when it comes to the world of results all over Europe. 7-0. It was a Salah affair, Mane affair, Firmino affair, and you want to say, I mean, it's good to see Roberto Firmino get back into the score sheet everywhere. It's a very, very big deal. It's a very good thing ongoing at the moment. 7-0. Liverpool did defeat Crystal Palace to get back to the top of the table, 4 points different, and everything going on well for Liverpool at this point in time. Well, after that game, we did see Southampton take on Manchester City. Another interesting game over the weekend. Southampton, of course, they have been impressive this season, especially coming back from COVID-19. Southampton has made sure that their eyes have been on the prize, and once again they wanted to pull a surprise up against Manchester City, but that was not to be, as they lost that game at the St. Mary's by 1-0 to Manchester City. But I think the highlight for me in this game is the fact that Manchester City at this point in time just creeping up, barely getting wins here and there. The firepower that they used to have when it comes to the attacking lineup is now is slowly disappearing. You want to say what exactly is happening to the boys of Oluyole this point in time? Albert Jesus not rising up to the occasion. Of course, Raheem Sterling did get that goal, but he really hasn't been churning out as much goals as you would have expected. Kevin De Bruyne in the middle. This wasn't the Kevin De Bruyne we saw last season. The Kevin De Bruyne who manned the midfield, made everyone wish they weren't on the pitch. That's talking about the opposition players. This Kevin De Bruyne needs to step it up going forward for the season. Everton then took on Arsenal, compounded the woes of Arsenal, of course, at the Goodison Park by 2-1. After this game, a whole lot of talk, of course, out there surrounding Arsenal, probably saying goodbye to their manager. But like I would always say, like I've always said, I do not think they will be parting ways with Mikel Arteta anytime soon, because I think it is obvious to everybody that the rot at Arsenal, the problem beguiling the Arsenal team is not really about the manager. What's happening to the Arsenal team is way more than the manager. For me, I think they need to plug the holes of discipline in that team before they even start talking about the manager. Yes, the manager is not living up to expectations, but are the players also doing the same? That's one of the questions you have to ask. I saw the game against Southampton. I didn't see the game against Everton, but I did see the one against Southampton. And I needed to ask if these players were actually going to get salaries at the end of the week. They were not stepping up. It was like they were strolling all over the pitch. And now you don't have Aubameyang anymore. He's out with a calf injury. You would expect that the likes of Edin Nketiah, the likes of Joe Willock should be able to rise up to the occasion. Edin Nketiah had a fantastic season with Leeds United when he was with them back in the Championship. He has come back into the Premier League, and we have not really seen that spark. Willian, the one they brought in from Chelsea, one of the people they say is actually spearheading the squad in the dressing room, had zero contributions to that game against Everton. So all of these questions about how you plug the disciplinary issues in Arsenal before you even get to talk about what's wrong with the manager. Because some people will say that the manager might not really last for a long time. I wouldn't rule that out, but I think one thing Mikel Arteta is having that Unai Emery did not have has to be the fact that the administration, top people in the administration sort of have this confidence in him. So I think he has time, but he can't do this job on his own. This is his first major job. He's a rookie coach. there is only so much he can do, especially looking at the fact that he's facing off against players, some of which he played against. So it's going to be really tough for Mikel Arteta to get this one going. But disciplinary issues exist in the Arsenal team. That one has to be plugged before we get to come back and talk about what's going on with the manager. Okay, still on Saturday, Newcastle then took on Fulham. That one ended 1-0. Of course, you can't take anything away from the fact that the boys of Scott Parker, that's talking about Fulham, they have turned a corner, and it's good to see them picking up wins here and there after that disastrous start they had at the beginning of the season. I think they do well for themselves. If they can build upon it, if they can build upon this beautiful and impressive points they've been picking here and there, they should be able to stay afloat at the end of the season. Well, straight to Sunday, Brighton over Albion took on Sheffield United. And like what I always say, for me, I think this was the biggest game for the week. The most interesting, not the biggest, the most interesting game of the weekend for me. Brighton over Albion trying to get a result from that one. You saw Sheffield United go one man down, and then they got that very important goal. Then Brighton over Albion decided to pile on the pressure. Danny Welbeck on the 87th minute gave them a lifeline. Interesting game all round right there between Brighton over Albion and Sheffield United at the Amex Stadium. Well, afterwards, we saw Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur slump to a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Leicester City. That one happened at the new Tottenham Stadium. But for me, I think Jose Mourinho went from winning 10 matches in a row to losing 2 matches back to back, which is something everyone needs to talk about. Probably the boys of Jose Mourinho also themselves need to realize that it's not a bed of roses. They need to step up to the challenge and get back to winning ways. Shock this one away. But also yesterday we did see Leeds United take on Manchester United. Marcelo Bielsa versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. On the show yesterday afternoon, of course, I did emphasize that I think it's peer pressure that is making Manchester United fans feel that their coach is not good enough. Because if you would ask me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before that game yesterday, he was 6th on the table, yes, but then he had a game at hand. If he wins that game at hand, do not forget that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be taking Manchester United 2nd on the table, and that is emphatic, looking at where they're coming from. So, like I would always say, Manchester United fans need to get behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at this point in time, because whether you like it or not, I think he's one of the decent coaches out there who, despite all odds, is bringing all of the results needed into the fold. They defeated Leeds United 6 goals to 2. Of course, it wasn't another Bruno Fernandes show, but also one man, of course, got his name on the history books of the Premier League, and that's Scott McTominay becoming the first man in Premier League history to score 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the game. Yes, a huge props to Scott McTominay for that one. Afterwards, it was Aston Villa taking on West Bromwich Albion 3 goals to 0. The boys of Dean Smith defeated us West Bromwich Albion. Well, today we should see Monday Night Football. Burnley will take on Wolverhampton Wanderers, while Chelsea will be up this time against West Ham United. I think the game between Chelsea and West Ham United is one everyone should definitely look forward to. All the way from there, let's go straight to the Spanish La Liga. Another beautiful weekend of football in the Spanish La Liga started on Friday. Athletic Bilbao defeated Huesca by 2 goals to 0. Atletico Madrid also on Saturday defeated Elche by 3 goals to 1. Also, Barcelona and Valencia that one ended in a 2-0 draw. Of course, do not forget Lionel Messi got onto the score sheet, and also he got onto the record books, equaling Pele's record of 643 club goals. We get to look more at some more results from the Spanish La Liga when we come back from this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
It's the time of the year, come let's chill together. Pop Chivita make we jolly. All over Naija, anywhere you dey, share Chivita with your family and friends. Enjoy this Christmas, let's celebrate with Chivita, ooh yeah.
Juice up the season with Chivita.
Welcome back. Glad to see you. You're right here with us on Sport Tidbits this morning. Well, back to results from the Spanish La Liga. Levante defeated Real Sociedad by 2-1. Another shocking result. Talking about this weekend in the Spanish La Liga. You wouldn't want to expect that Sociedad would slump to that defeat, but then it was a late goal from Levante to get 3 points in that one. Osasuna took on Unai Emery's Villarreal and they lost by 3-1. Unai Emery's boys once again showing the stuff they're made of. Sevilla took on Real Valladolid. 1-0 that one ended, and then on Sunday, Celta Vigo defeated Deportivo Alaves by 2-0. Granada also defeated Real Betis by 2-0. Cadiz and Getafe went head-to-head. Getafe defeated Cadiz by 2-0, while Eibar slumped to a 3-1 defeat at the hands of Real Madrid. That was in their home. A quick look at the table over there in Spain. Atletico Madrid at the top of the table. They've got 29 points from 12 games. Real Madrid is second on the table, 29 points from 14 games. Also, Real Sociedad is third with 26 points from 15 games. Atletico Madrid has everything going on for them this season. 3 matches at hand. Real Madrid has 1 match at hand. Villarreal, wow, it's good to see Villarreal. They are 25 points from 14 games. They are 4th on the table. Meanwhile, Barcelona, with all of the rebuilding, they are 5th on the table. They've got 21 points from 13 games. We'll get to see how that one turns out moving forward. Anyway, from there, let's quickly go to the Italian Serie A. Another interesting weekend of football in the Italian Serie A started on Saturday. Torino and Bologna settled for a 1-0 draw. Benevento defeated Genoa by 2-0. Cagliari and Udinese ended 1-0. Inter Milan defeated Spezia by 2-1. So Solo lost at home at the hands of AC Milan by 2-1. For those asking, Juventus took on Parma. And once again, we did see Air Ronaldo. For those asking what Air Ronaldo is that Ronaldo that jumps up, leaps up ahead of tall defenders and gets the job done. Huge result in there for Ronaldo and Juventus. Lazio meanwhile defeated Napoli by 2-0. Ciro Immobile getting on the score sheet for Lazio in that one. Interesting results all round talking about the Italian Serie A for the weekend. Let's quickly take a look at some of the ones coming in from the German Bundesliga. The Bundesliga this weekend was all about Bayer Leverkusen taking on Bayern Munich. Of course, if Bayern Munich had won that one, they would be back on the top of the table. For Bayer Leverkusen, if they had also won, it would be tabletop for them. It was everything to play for. But at the end of the day, what mattered, Lewandowski getting on the score sheets, getting the Bayern Munich the winner. 2-1 it ended in favor of Bayern Munich. They are back on the top of the table right there in the German Bundesliga. One of those reasons why I ask once again how Hansi Flick did not get the Manager of the Season award. Talking about the FIFA awards that we had on Friday, but these things they do happen. We get to see what happens next year for that. Well, before I go, let's talk about Formula 1 a little bit. Yesterday, Lewis Hamilton was voted the Sports Personality of the Year. Huge props to him. He has now won it twice. As it stands, also world of tennis, of course, results are talking about the fact that the Australian Open will be delayed for 3 weeks. Yes, next year we will not be having the Australian Open for 3 weeks. Also, Rivers United, they are now in South Africa after they were given visas and they have now traveled to South Africa. They're now preparing for that game against Bloemfontein Celtic that will be coming down on Wednesday. Also, for Enyimba, they are also in Sudan at the moment. They traveled yesterday. Don't forget, they also have an engagement against Al Merreikh of Sudan at the preliminary round of the CAF Confederations Cup, and that also would be going down on Wednesday. So it's going to be a packed week in the world of football. Lots of games. Premier League tonight, Premier League tomorrow. But Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A. Also, we'll be having the CAF Confederations Cup and also the CAF Champions League playoffs. All of this and so much more for this weekend. Well, it's time to go on the show this morning. A special thanks to everyone who joined us from Agility FM, Okogo FM, those who listen to us on the website, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I say thank you so much for being a part of the show this morning. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back again to bring to you the results talking about the Premier League tonight and every other leagues and all the sporting stories we've got for you. Until I come your way again, always support sports. My name is Akinsola. Bye for now.
Auntie, ẹran yín rèé o.
Ẹ ṣeun, ẹ bá mi fi ṣàkè àti àǹtí ikọ́ yìí ti ń pọ̀ jù.